Good evening, everybody. It is a little after 9:30. What a beautiful night. My hair's looking a little ragged. I get a haircut tomorrow, so looking forward to that. Getting it cut short again, but got about 40 of you on here tonight. Appreciate you tuning in. It's a beautiful night out there. I've been out in the garage, put up my first handrail for the upstairs, so I'm code compliant in the new garage. I'll put the rest of it up tomorrow. And I got to knock out the attic brick wall and put my fire escape out there. Then I'll be ready. I think I'm ready for inspection, final inspection next week. So big week coming up. You bet, Jameson. Back porch weather. Adam checking in from Fort Payne. Now the coming nights are going to be even better. In fact, we're probably going to see some upper 40s for overnight lows into the weekend. We're going to explain the setup coming up. What's happening is there's an area high pressure kind of to the north of us. It's going to go over the northeastern U.S. At the same time, there's some energy dropping in from the plains that's going to move down into Florida. It's going to kind of bypass us, and it's going to create this coastal area low pressure off the Carolinas. Saturday into Sunday could become kind of a nor'easter, but not really a full-fledged nor'easter, at least in my opinion on that, but a coastal area low pressure. Not a tropical storm, but could have the same impact there as a tropical storm, but nothing around here. Dry air coming in. So let's get on into your forecast. Take a look at Guntersville. Little haze out there. That's just a fuzz. I think it's bad focus on that because it's clear out there tonight. Current temperatures, and this is kind of wild because it feels cooler than that. I hadn't seen the temperatures for a while. It felt to me like the upper 50s already, but that was out in Monrovia. Harvest. 57 Pulaski, 67 Huntsville, but again, it feels cooler than this. Anytime you can walk outside, you got the air conditioner on inside and it's cooler outside than it is inside. I think that's a win. Good hot tub weather tonight. I've seen a few of you around the fire pit on social media tonight too. Great weather for that. In fact, I'm hoping to upgrade my solo stove to the Yukon solo stove. We'll see. Got to get the garage finished and then the budget expands a little bit. Here's your satellite and radar. Nothing to talk about around here. All the rain is near Charleston, South Carolina tonight, and the upper air pattern is going to kind of buckle a little bit, and that's going to bring that moisture back into South Carolina over the coming days. And you'll see that here as we continue on into that main forecast. But really a beautiful weekend ahead for all of us. All the way from here all the way down to the Gulf Coast. Here's those morning lows. Again, you take what we've got outside right now, which is the mid-60s in most areas. Feels great, but you drop that down into the low 50s. It's going to be cool out there tomorrow morning for that morning walk or jog. You actually may need the hoodie. It's going to be nice, but some clouds kind of return, and that's kind of the flavor here, the forecast. More clouds. Those are going to spread from the east to the west. And if anything, it's going to slow the warm-up. Look at these temperatures. I haven't seen the guidance here. I better put my glasses on. But we've got, oh, wow, 60s at noon tomorrow? That's a stretch, I think. I think we're going to see 70s by noon. But, man, I think if we get a stronger east wind, we may actually start to see more of this wedge effect, kind of a backdoor cold front reinforcing it. So I'm not going to complain if it's 68 degrees tomorrow at noon. I'll be out working in the garage. Of course, at noon, I got my haircut going on, but I'll be working in the garage tomorrow. Again, I got to knock that brick off the back, put it in that window, and then my sleepless nights. Sometimes I will tell you this. I kind of got off tangent here, but sometimes I wake up like at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning because I'm thinking about what can I do in the garage. It's like, or how am I going to do this? And it's weird because it'll come to me in the middle of the night exactly how I'm going to do something. So, again, that's how I've gotten through this last year, working on the garage. 11 o'clock tomorrow night, we're back in the low to mid-60s. Now, there's kind of a change here, and the forecast guidance is just a touch warmer here for Friday morning. And I think it's that impact of that upper air disturbance kind of crossing to the south. I think it brings more of an east-southeast wind kind of temporarily in here before we get that reinforcing north-northeast wind as we go into the rest of the weekend. So your Friday looks pretty good. We start off in the 50s again. 3-day forecast, 76 tomorrow. Just a 10% chance of a very isolated shower. And if we get it, it's going to be east of Huntsville in the northeast corner of the state. How about 55 Friday morning? Not bad, but 51 maybe 49 in some areas. Saturday morning, Sunday morning. A lot going on this weekend. We'll talk about the weekend forecast and the forecast for the next 10 days that takes us all the way out to next weekend, the beginning of it, for the Liz Hurley Ribbon Run. That's all coming up in just a second. But you got to stick around for one more minute. All right, everybody, let's get back into the forecast and let's talk about the weekend. Great looking weekend ahead. 78 degrees Saturday, 80 Sunday, morning lows, upper 40s, low 50s. Great fire pit weather in the evening hours, and morning cup of coffee out on the patio. Again, it's good hot tub weather too. So again, this is my favorite time of year. I see Teresa says, loving the temperatures. My season is here. Yes, this is my favorite season too. Unfortunately, like the weekend, this season usually goes by really quick. Let's talk about what's going on this weekend. The main setup here is we got this coastal storm developing off the coast of the Carolinas. This may become kind of a hybrid nor'easter. It may increase our wind as we get into the weekend. It'll be an east-northeast wind, but all we're looking at is dry air coming in behind this system. It's going to hug the coast and move up the east coast and create more issues there with coastal flooding. Homecoming coming up. They may see an increase in traffic in the Huntsville metro area, but just beautiful weather for Alabama A&M and their homecoming. They take on Mississippi Valley State. That's coming up at 2 o'clock kickoff, but a lot of other events going on in lieu of the actual game coming up over the coming days, and we've got perfect weather for all of that. And maybe you're just going to be laying out by the pool this weekend. Laying out's probably the best idea, because jumping in the pool, probably not a good idea, because those pool temperatures, lake temperatures are dropping, and the main reason is because the days are being shortened, the overnight lows are getting cooler, and that means the ground temperatures are getting cooler. So those swimming pools, those area lakes and rivers, they are all getting colder as we speak. We're going to warm back up, though, next week, as you see on the 10-day forecast. Tuesday, Wednesday, don't be surprised at all with the mid-80s out there. Nowhere near record highs, but just warmer than normal. And Liz Hurley Ribbon Run coming up a week from Saturday. The weather looks good. We've been looking at a cold front coming in at some point next Friday or Saturday, but it's being delayed a little bit. But whenever you go out this far, I should say, this time of year, you're going to have error. But it's out there. That next big cold front, it'll be coming probably at some point next Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. But it's out there. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. Got to get some radio done, then get ready for that 10 o'clock newscast. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll see you again tomorrow night at 9:30. Then I'll be in Scottsboro Friday, so I won't have one of these updates. Going to go out there with Carl and company for the big tailgate out there. Again, I'll be in Scottsboro for Friday night football coming up Friday.